What we do here is go back.
It's Christmas time, man. Of course we going back. I mean, come on. What up, world? Study the Bible, not the sermon. It is the locksmith, and I am that because knowledge is the key. Right? And we back. Things to make you go, Thursdays. And it's been a little while. We've been on vacation, getting it right. And but I'm back in full effect and just in time because 'tis the season. Right? And I know everybody thinks that Jesus is the reason that it's for the season, but we'll get to that in a few moments. As for right now, you can see we on location, right, in the belly of the beast, in the midst of the pagan workshop. Okay? No, it's not no elves, no Santa's not here, but you can hear the machinery. Anyways, the name of this video, of course, is why I, as a Christian, do not celebrate Xmas, right? And of course we know that Xmas is not a disrespect because X is Christos, a Greek word that means Christ, so you're still saying Christmas. But why I don't celebrate Christmas? Hashtag hear me out, right? So things that make you go, this Christmas thing definitely makes me go, ever since 1999, I've been, about this thing. Right now, it's a lot of things. Now, where do you begin? Now, first of all, it's supposed to be Jesus' birthday, and so I just wonder why it is, if it's Jesus' birthday, why do everybody else get gifts? Right? I mean, the way I grew up, the way most people I know grew up, not only did your mama shower you with gifts, but then you would go and then give everybody else in the family a gift, right? And even the people I knew who were devout Christians, I mean, they would go to church, but I mean, what's the gift that you giving him? I mean, because he gave you a gift when he died on the cross for your sins. What gift are you giving him? You want to make sure your children get a chance to smile and enjoy themselves and be on top of the world, whatever. But if Jesus is the reason for the season, what are you giving him? Second thing, why must someone wait until a certain time of year in order to pass out gifts? As Christians. Because during this season, the month of December, ever since Thanksgiving, sort of, but definitely not after January, it's churches all over the place. We got their soup kitchens open and serving the homeless, and they doing the thing for the Lord. And the only problem is that, what about the other 11 months? I mean, even Dope Boy, I make fun of the Dope Boy who go and give out 25 turkeys, but what happens the day after that when the same person who you saved Christmas for, who able to cook a meal for their family, what about on December 29th when that food gone and they still can't cook? So why is it on the giving side that I feel the need to know that there's somebody who is cold and starving, and because today is December 16th, I can't, I'm gonna buy them something, but I'm gonna put it under this tree and it's gonna sit there until the 25th day of December 24th. I might feel nice to get to them on the 23rd. You know what I'm saying? You never know, right? Nevertheless, like, why is it? I don't understand. I just don't get it. At least that part. Weird, right? A lot of gloves, scarves, socks, and hats given at Christmas time as if it's not cold the day before Christmas, 2 days before Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas. Just saying, right? Especially if you have the means to provide something that somebody needs, right? Somebody give you something December 15th, they call it an early Christmas gift. Why you just can't give it to me because I need it, man? Right? Again, doesn't even make sense with Jesus because his gift was to all mankind. Like, what gift are you giving him? Huh? Now, I was raised in a Christian household, more or less. And we were told about Santa Claus, right? And the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny and all of that, right? And I'll admit one thing about all those lies. Those lies helped me to become the greatest skeptic ever. Shout out to my OG. I love you, mama. Right? Now, I became the greatest skeptic ever because if the people that I loved the most, like my mama and her mama, was willing to systematically lie to me every single year till I was about 7, 8, or 9, and they were willing to do that just for the purpose of seeing me smile, then I know that a major corporation or a national government will lie to me about everything, risking far more. Right? My mama did it because she wanted me to smile, and boy, the government is going to do it because they want me silent, and the corporation is going to do it because they want my money, or they want me to fall in line. They want me to do whatever it is they want me to do, so they willing to tell me anything, right? And that's the one thing that I learned from Christmas, celebrating it for about 17 years. The first 17 years of my life, I celebrated Christmas, and that's what I learned from it, is that you should believe nothing. Nothing. Especially if you call yourself a Christian and some Christians talk to you about Santa Claus. Nothing. Right? I forget which commandment it is. Seems like it's the 6th or the 7th one that says, thou shalt not bear false witness. Right? Your witness and testimony of old Saint Nick is false. And it means you're a liar. Liar, pants on fire. Right? And you do with that whatever you want to. Right? Additionally, even though I know everybody in my family disagrees, I firmly believe that because I was lied to consistently for years about not just who Santa Claus was, but what he did and how he got in the crib, because we didn't have a chimney, and so he used his key, and I'm gonna stand up and wait for him. He gonna hit you with the dust, and you're gonna be asleep like the Sandman or something like that, right? To me, it only makes sense that I should be 14 years old, 15 years old, 16 years old, and I called my mama because she said check in, and she said, yeah, where are you at? And I say, I'm at the library. What you talking about? And before I can hang up the phone, my friend whose mom's house we're at says, he's not at the library, he's at David's house. And hang up real quick. I don't feel like that I should be judged for that. I mean, by my mother. I feel like I should get a pass for that, especially because I was at his mother's house. And it was, I mean, I think there were no girls there. Just his little sister, who was like a little girl. So, it should have been okay for me to lie about that, because it's like I was breaking the rules, but I didn't want to break her heart. And it's not like I was in the projects. Right? It's about 5 blocks away. Right? So, to me, bearing false witness is bearing false witness. There are no stipulations, not to me. The Bible says bearing false witness. There's no stipulations. It's not, doesn't say it's thou shalt not bear false witness unless it's for the kids. Right? People always talking about you shouldn't take Christmas from the kids, and it's like you on game Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Bearing false witness on old Saint Nick kind of makes you a false prophet. Low key. Right? And you about to, like I said, you the one gave him Christmas. I got on the bus once on the west side of Chicago. I think it was on Laramie, out there by the hospital out west. And the lady said, "Have a Merry Christmas" to me, and I was like, "Nah, I don't do Christmas, thanks though." And she was like, "What? You must have had a terrible childhood." What? And I was like, "Nah, my OG was cool. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of gifts. I got Nintendo the year it came out, and X, Y, and Z." And she was like, "Well, since you celebrated Christmas, why you gonna take Christmas from the kids?" And I was just like, that's so peculiar that you would say that to a young black man. I think I was like 20, 22, maybe. Not even 22. I think I was 20. That you would say that to a young black man, that because I got to do something, I should allow everybody else to do it. And I just thought to myself as I walked to the back of the bus, like, man, I used to stand on the corner and sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? I used to, pick fights with people and different things like that. And I would not want my brother to do that just because I did it. I did things with females as a rites of passage I would not want my brother to do just because I did it. So the fact that I had a tree inside of my house at one point in my life, I would never encourage anybody else to ever do it again. Especially don't do it and then try to say Jesus is the reason for the season. Now, right, if Jesus really is the reason for the season and nobody knows when his birthday actually was, why do we all have to celebrate it at the same time? Right? And furthermore, why can't I celebrate his birthday in the middle of the summer when I'm chilling and kicking it on the beach with a Corona? Right? Having my Corona moment. I could be sitting in the office like this, surrounded by nutcrackers and Christmas trees, and imagine that I'm on the beach celebrating Jesus' birthday by, I don't know, what did Jesus do? What would Jesus want me to do on his birthday? He'd probably want me to go about doing good. So no gifts for anybody who getting money. I'd go and find the poorest person and the most destitute, and I'd bless them. Probably not with money or with PlayStations. I don't know what I'd do, but it would be something like that, because that sounds Christ-like to me. Chopping down trees and putting them in the crib don't sound like Jesus at all. Right? Yeah, but why can't all God's people go out on the lakefront, or on your beachfront, on your waterfront, or in your backyard, or in the park, or if you live in Kansas in the middle of the town square, and celebrate Jesus' birthday then? Everybody could wear shorts and you be out there, have a good time, have revival, put the tent up, all type of stuff, right? I'm just saying, it just makes sense to me that we should do it like that. If we're just picking and choosing randomly, random days, right? Because that's what people try to tell you. Oh no, we just chose a day, and that's just the day we chose, December 25th. Just stop it. Just cut it. Go do your research and find out why the day was chosen, but that's not the topic at hand here, right? Just the fact that you didn't choose it. You're a grown-up, though. You're an American, you dig? That means that you have all type of choice in all types of things. I mean, you have a real good choice for the president, but, I mean, still, you got a choice in this. Right? Because nobody knows when he was born. So, man, hey, let's all do Jesus' birthday 2 days before. Matter of fact, July 1. Right? It's hot all over the place. Even in Minnesota, it's hot. Even New York City is hot. Even in Chi-Town. Right? And it'd be fly. Summertime shy. Right? Makes sense to me. As a matter of fact, just to stay on that for a second, it would make the most sense to have it in the summertime, because Jesus represented life, and life abundantly. Okay? Now you see I'm in here with the Mr. Rogers sweater on top of my lumberjack shirt because it was 9 degrees when I got out the car. Okay? There's no life going on outside right now. The true, we 2 weeks removed from Christmas, but it'll still be freezing cold and snow everywhere. Everybody want a white Christmas, right? Where's the life in that? There's no life in that. Even the rich people walking down the street with animals that they killed on their back, trying to stay warm. Dead animals, right? No life there. The trees are dead. Even the tree you chopped down to bring in your house, I mean, it was alive at the time, but it's dead, dying now in your house, dying slowly. Probably representative of your dying self, or maybe of Satan's dying self. Because you put an angel on top of the tree, right? But I digress. Outside, it's freezing. There's no life. The grass is dead. Everything's dead. And any living thing that stays out there too long is dead. You leave your dog outside too long, he's going to die out there. If you get locked outside your house for too long, you're going to die out there. Right? Where's the abundant life there? Should be in the summertime when the sun is out 13 hours a day, never rains in Southern California, and you know, we jet skiing and come back and open the Bible and then have some great Kool-Aid. You feel me? I'm just saying, Joe. Abundant life happens in the spring, straight up and down. You know, no surprise that God's year begins in the spring, between March and April, right? His feast days, holidays / holy days, all occur in the spring, in the summer, and by October it's over with, right? Because that's when life is, right? And remember, everything has a spiritual aspect. People like to quote to me where it says the law is a shadow of good things to come. Matter of fact, can we put that on the screen? The law is a shadow of good things to come. We keep the feast days and the holy days and the holidays, the God's holidays, because they remind us of something. Just like your shadow, it's a reflection of you. God's days are a reflection of his works. Right now, this Christmas season, what's your Christmas a reflection of? Of death. Right? Even the fact that you celebrating the birth of Jesus when he's a little bitty baby, sweet baby Jesus, ain't no life in that. The life is in the resurrection. Right? This season is no life. When Martin Luther cut down the first Christmas tree, he did it because it was no life but that tree. Right? I know you try to put it together like Jesus say he trees of righteousness, and I had a dude told me, matter of fact, this is the break in the story. I had a pastor tell me that, yeah, we know Christmas ain't got nothing to do with Jesus, but we put the tree up because the tree represents the tree of Calvary, and the lights are because Jesus is the light of the world. And I just, boy, your price is way too high. You need to cut it. Just kill it, skillet. Going back. This season is representation of death. That's why you wait until the last minute to feed the homeless and peace to all mankind, because they are at the brink of death by the time Christmas get here. In closing, before and after this season, there will be a great purge. The United States, us in this era, we are the opposite, actually, of that movie, The Purge, right? See, The Purge happened once a year when nobody gave a doggone, and then they ran the streets and, you know, whatever happens, right? And reality is actually the opposite of that. There's about 4 or 5 days that a year, per year, where we show goodwill and kindness to all mankind. And because Christmas is that time of year where throughout history, if two troops caught each other and they was like they at war, they caught each other under the mistletoe, you know, the troops would lay their arms down and say, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow, and when I catch you tomorrow, I'm gonna get you, but for today you good. Right? So this is that time of year. That's the reason why it's the Christmas spirit, right? And don't forget that it is a spirit. You're supposed to be trying the spirit by the spirit. Let's go ahead and read that. Let's pick this up at 1 John chapter 4, and let's just read verse 1. I still got my illustrious reader waiting in the wings. Mr. Reader, come on with it.
1 John 4.
Yes, sir.
Beloved, believe not every spirit.
Why?
But try the spirits whether they are of God.
Why?
Because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
Believe that. That's good right there, sir. Remember this Christmas spirit. You should be weary of it just like you weary of the spirits inside of a vodka bottle. Have you ever tried them to see are they of God? Just because they say Jesus' birthday and put Jesus on it and saying the Jesus carols don't mean it's of God. Spiritually, we just determined that this season represents death. Even the people who kept Christmas before Jesus, it was the death of the Son, and they celebrated his rebirth, right? His rebirth, right? But like I say, we like the purge. 364 days, 360 days a year. It's on like Donkey Kong. But 1 day a year, 2 days a year, you know, Christmas, Easter, you know, Mother's Day maybe, I don't know, probably just Christmas. We'll let it all ride for today. You good. Give you a pass. You feel me? Jesus is supposed to be the reason for the season, right? But everything is dying or is dead outside. Like I said already, the original Christmas celebration was the rebirth of the sun, because you know the sun is only out from, I think, about 6 a.m. to about 4:15 p.m. All right, that's a little over 8 hours. All right, Jesus said it's 12 hours in a day. And he was making a different point. My point is that the shortest days of the year are occurring. And the people on the earth thought that the sun was dying. And so they celebrate his rebirth for after December 21st or the 24th, depending on which year. The days get longer. All right? And other than that, this is death. And Jesus, I mean, people try to link that and say, oh, well, you know, Jesus was reborn, resurrected, right? And I'm just saying, let's go ahead and read something real quick. When exactly was Jesus resurrected? Was he resurrected on the first day of the week? Right? Kind of just want to kill this whole Christmas thing real quick. And it kind of ties in with the Sabbath day, because the reason you go to church on Sunday is the same reason why you got a tree in your house. Yeah, is anybody think it's peculiar, as my reader turns, anybody think it's peculiar that the Catholic Church are the ones that came up with Christmas? And I know you sophisticated person, you are part of the Reformation, you're Protestant, you're Baptist, you're Kojic, right? Episcopalian, Anglican, I think that's the same thing, right? Methodist, right? You are several generations removed from the Catholic Church, yet you still hold all the traditions of the Catholic Church, like going to church on Sunday, the tree, you know, the elves, the nutcracker, the wreath, all of it, bells and everything, all that's Catholic Church, right? So if you ever see Locksmith in traffic and you say, yo, Locksmith, I'm a Baptist, Joe, I'm be like, nah, you're Roman Catholic. I'm like, no, Locksmith, man, Joe, shout out to Methodist Church, boy, CME. Nah, you're Roman Catholic. Simply because you go and take a tree, the only thing alive outside when it's dead, and then you chop it and you slowly watch it die. And as it slowly dies, you bow down to it to put gifts under it, and bow down to it to pick gifts up from under. Right? So let's go ahead and kill that lie while we're killing the rest of the lies. We got the Ark of the Truth. 1 John chapter 20 verse 1. Mr. Reader, come on with it, Joe.
John 20.
Yes, sir.
The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark, unto the sepulchre, and seeth the stone taken away from the sepulchre.
Imagine that. So, hold on. So she came to the sepulchre, it was yet dark, right? So she done got there, no sun yet, right? Come on with it.
She runneth and cometh to Simon Peter, and to the other disciple whom Jesus loved, and saith unto them,
What's she say?
They have taken away the Lord out of the sepulchre, and we know not where they have laid him. Peter therefore went forth, and that other disciple, and came to the sepulchre. So they ran both together, and the other disciple did outrun Peter, and came first to the sepulchre.
And then what?
And he, stooping down and looking in, saw the linen clothes lying.
Keep going.
Yet went he not in. Then cometh Simon Peter following him, and went into the sepulchre, and seeth the linen clothes lie, and the napkin that was about his head, not lying with the linen clothes, but wrapped together in a place by itself.
So I just wanted to read a little bit into it so we would be for sure where we are. He read verse 1. The first day of the week, Mary got there. It was still dark, right? So if you know anything about the Bible, the day starts at night. So when we talk about the first day of the week begins Saturday night when the sun goes down. All right. So once the sun goes down Saturday night, when you're getting ready to go out, get your chilling and kicking it on, that is the first day of the week, according to the Lord. Right? So it was at that time Mary and them came to the sepulchre. At what time Saturday night? Well, it was yet dark. So that means it was probably Sunday morning, right? You know how you out at the club till 3, 4 a.m. and you're on your way home and the sun is coming up? Same type of deal, except the sun wasn't coming up yet. Right? Now, let's skip on down. Matter of fact, don't skip down. Keep reading.
Then went in also that other disciple which came first to the sepulchre, and he saw, and believed.
So, what did they see? What did they believe? It says that, verse 15, it says, he stooping down, he looked in, and he saw the linen clothes. That's what he saw. Right? And then the napkin that was about his head was laying there by itself. The linen was wrapped together in a place by itself. So it didn't just fall off. He wrapped it up like a normal person would do. Cleanliness is next to godliness type of deal. All right? And then the other disciple went in and he saw nothing and then believed. The reason I asked is what they saw is because, oh my gosh, when my granny died, they tried to say, man, this is not her, this is her shell. She done went on to glory to be with the God, with the Lord. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, unfortunately for the lying false prophet who presided over my granny's funeral and over every other funeral I've ever been to, all my homeboys and everything. Unfortunately for them. Lucky for me, Jesus Christ is the captain of my salvation. So whatever happened to him, if I act like him, it's going to happen to me. Therefore, when Jesus Christ was resurrected, he got up and the people went to the tomb and there was nothing there. His shell wasn't there. The only thing that was there was his clothes they wrapped him in, and he folded them up and put them there. Left him there, rather. Right? So, the next time you go to a funeral, they try to tell you, no, that's just a shell. Like, no. When the women came to see Jesus and Peter came to see Jesus, the other disciple came to see Jesus, none of them was there. None of them. Right? Not his shell, nothing. Right? Now, what I'd like to do is let's flip on over to Matthew chapter 26, because I want to read it from all four of the Gospels, so that you can believe. All right, Matthew chapter 28. And let's kick this off at verse 1. 28:1. Come on with it, bruh.
Matthew 28.
Yes, sir.
In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre.
So we talking about the same time period, right? Again, the end of the Sabbath, that's Saturday night. As it began to dawn towards the first day of the week, meaning Sunday was getting ready to get started, whether you're talking about Sunday at night or Sunday when the sun come up, either way, this is just beginning to start. Mary and the other Mary, they're at the sepulchre. Come on with it, bruh.
And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it.
Okay.
His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him the keepers did shake and became as dead men.
Okay.
And the angel answered and said unto the women,
What'd he say?
Fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified.
Okay. What about him?
He is not here.
Oh my gosh. Like my Spanish used to say, oh my gosh. Ay, 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 Dios mío. He wasn't there. Just like in John. He didn't say, hey, he's not here, but there go his shell. Did he? Oh, we haven't gotten that far yet. Bruh, read that, bruh.
For he is risen, he said. Come. See the place where the Lord lay.
Hey, come on, keep going, bro.
And go quickly, and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and behold, he goeth before you into Galilee.
Oh!
There shall ye see him. Lo, I've told you.
Turn up. Shout out to the angel for telling them that. Hey, yo, he's not here. He's risen. Right? That's what happened when you get resurrected. You not here. Right? Next time your loved one that's dead is resurrected, they not going to be the last place you found him. But if I go dig up my granny, she's still there. Bones and all. Right? He's not here. He gone into Galilee. Right? He said, come check out where he was. That's how bad he not here. And you know that verse is there for us. That verse is there for us because we got the false prophets running around talking about it's just a shell. That's the reason why verse 6 is there. Check out where he lay. There's nothing there. Right? Because guaranteed if his shell was still there, they'd turned around like, man, shut up, man. He dead still, buster. Right? But of course they're not going to say that. It's the word of truth. Let's go to Luke 24, Mr. Reader.
Luke 24.
Luke 24, I'm about to say chapter 1. Luke 24, verse 1. Mr. Reader, come on with it.
Now upon the first day of the week,
Okay.
very early in the morning.
Still first day of the week. We're still very early in the morning, right? Before sunrise. So keep in mind, I was supposed to have been pointing out that every time they got there, he wasn't there and it wasn't Sunday morning yet. Right? Well, I guess my point with all of this is to say Jesus didn't rise Sunday morning. He rose Saturday night just before the Sabbath, as we've been reading, right? Because when the women got there, just as the first day of the week was coming, he was already gone. Not there he go, you can catch him. Nah, he in Galilee like he had told you he was. Finish that, bro.
They came unto the sepulchre, bringing the spices which they had prepared, and certain others with them. And they found the stone rolled away from the sepulchre.
Imagine that.
And they entered in, and found not the body of the Lord Jesus.
Hold on, bro. You supposed to say they found the shell.
Of the Lord Jesus.
No, I said you're supposed to say they found the shell.
Not the body of the Lord Jesus.
Hard head reader I got. Come on with it, bro.
And it came to pass, as they were much perplexed thereabout, behold, two men stood by them in shining garments.
Boy, you think they perplexed. Imagine if somebody from nowadays could go there and they looking for the shell of Jesus. You'd be mad perplexed. Finish. Come on, bro. Come on with it.
And as they were afraid and bowed down their faces to the earth,
yeah, what'd he
they
say?
said unto them,
What'd he say?
Why seek ye the living among the dead?
Hold on, bro. The living amongst the dead. See, people in my family, they be wanting to have celebration services when you die. But no, they dead. If they was resurrected, then you wouldn't be seeking the living amongst the dead. It's because they not alive. Because when you're alive, you're getting that body back. You're getting it back. Right? Don't forget. Oh, no. We got to do Mark 13, bro. When you get that, come on with that. Yes, sir.
And as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples saith unto him, Master, see what manner of stones and what buildings. Mark 16.
Mark chapter 16, bro. When you get that, read that.
And when the Sabbath was past, Mary Magdalene and Mary the mother of James and Salome had bought sweet spices that they might come and anoint him.
Sabbath. Okay.
And very early in the morning, the first day of the week, they came unto the sepulchre at the rising of the sun.
So they now, this time, Mark say they here at the rising of the sun, right? Now, try to understand how difficult it is to pinpoint when the sun rises, right? Because you can see blue in the sky before the sun comes up, before you actually see the sun. The sky gets bright before the sun actually cracks the horizon. Right now, I'm on Chicago east side. Sun rises in the east. That's why I'm sure of it. Come on, bro.
And they said among themselves, Who shall roll us away the stone from the door of the sepulchre?
Yes, sir.
And when they looked, they saw that the stone was rolled away. But it was very great.
Yeah.
And entering into the sepulchre, they saw a young man sitting on the right side, clothed in a long white garment. And they were affrighted. And he saith unto them,
What'd he say?
Be not affrighted.
Why?
Ye seek Jesus of Nazareth, which was crucified.
But
he is risen. He is not here.
He is not here. Bro, that's enough. So, just, Jesus is not the reason for this season. This season is a season of paganism. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I am the locksmith, mighty, mighty locksmith. Knowledge is the key. Study the Bible, not the sermon. This is the Ark of the Covenant. Inside of here, I got a mustard seed. That's the faith that I'm holding. So Ark of the Covenant, I mean, it's the tablets and the showbread and the rod that budded. Nah, I'm just joking. But yeah, got the mustard seed in there. Study the Bible, not the sermon, and I'm out.